everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of SongIT, a weekly show where I turn a random object that you guys decide into a song. My name is Sean Sokolowski, aka Frequenator. I'm a musician, a creator, and I've taken this challenge upon myself because I'm going absolutely stir-crazy in here, and I'm sure you guys are too. Hopefully this is as entertaining for you as it is for me. So here's how it works. Based on the comments left on this video, as well as messages you guys send me through my Bandcamp, I'll select a random object, record every single sound that I can possibly get it to make with my little field recorder here, which means it can be something elsewhere or in the house, and then see if I can't turn that into some semblance of a short song. Now, being as we're all cooped up right now, suggestions need to remain household items or something that I can find outside pretty easily, or, like this week's case, something I can have delivered to me. The inspiration for this show came from a show called Monsterfy on YouTube by a comic book artist, Michael Bracco, where he takes random objects and he turns them into awesome monsters. He paints them on this big canvas behind him. So in homage to that, our first item is going to be pizza. So here's my approach. Pizza is a compound item consisting of the food and its box. The pizza itself can only make so many sounds, but the box, that's where the fun is. There's a resonant head I can flick as a kick. Then I can run my finger along it for high-pitched sounds. But what about the snare? Well, I was thinking if I put some crumbs on the cardboard and flick it from underneath, as those crumbs fall back down, it'll create a sort of snare effect. Now, if the cardboard itself is corrugated, I might be able to produce a tone by running my fingers along the ridges. This is definitely going to be a challenge. I'm going to have to come up with some other stuff. Alright, so it's here. Oh, that's looking tasty. I don't know about y'all, but I love me some pineapple. And let's see. Can you see that? Oh, yes indeed, there's some corrugation in there. So we might be able to get a tone out of this bad boy. I got started right away, since some of the sounds require the pizza to be super hot. Like this one. This act came with some bonus sounds. Look at this filth! Ugh. The pizza was definitely not hot enough for me to record the sizzling, so I had to microwave it. Ooh, yeah, that's sizzly. With all of the pizza eaten, it was time to record the box. With all the recording done, it was time to start in on production. So I like to use a program called Renoise when I'm working with samples. It gives me a lot of really granular control, and I've done some cool stuff with it. So I'll just go ahead and bring all these from my recorder into the program. Alright, so I throw those all in the sample bank, and then we can start to rip them apart. So here's something. What's this? Ooh, that is a crunchy, smushy pizza slap. Too much of that off. So for each one, I'm going to remove the dead space so that it samples right from the top. And it already maps to my keyboard, so I can actually play it at different pitches. That being said, what's next? That's a long one. Ooh, cheese. So I go on in this way for some time, adjusting the samples and building a little arsenal of sounds up here. This is a super fun process. If anything's too soft, I turn it up. If anything's too loud, I can adjust it and trim it all up so that each sample is very usable. Beautiful. So we have everything here. These are all of our pizza samples and box samples. Now we can begin piecing them together inside of the pattern editor. So each of these tracks, time actually moves vertically in this program. This is an old school tracker. This is the kind of software that they used to make music for chiptunes like on the Commodore 64 and that kind of thing, except it's revamped to work with modern file formats, and you can actually get a pretty sweet DSP chain running down here. It's very, very powerful. Without further ado, here it is. Well, that was a great deal of fun. It was super, super challenging. There weren't a lot of tonal sounds that came out of that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Leave comments and send me messages through Bandcamp. Suggest something that I'll work with next week. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. See you next week.